Hello guys, this is Helsen. Welcome back to our Play by Email by Jochenheiden. Now we're going to be going over our strategy and orders that we gave for December 21st, 19 or 41. So coming up. Now, what do we got going on here? So we had a very good term of our subs. We ran into some forces traveling through here. Our force heading south to cover New Zealand ran into a task force here. So he's moving a lot of shipping through here. So we got lucky in our basically our subs that were traveling through ran into stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and set up some subs in this area. Our subs off of Rangoon finally caught some things coming in and out. Our subs finally off of Pearl Harbor finally caught something going in and out. We're about 2 turns out for our subs to start taking up position off of Sydney, Melbourne, and that, which is nice. Mini Kiribatai is kind of hanging out, going to cover the invasion of Tulagi. There's no sense really sending anything out because he's seen me coming, so he shouldn't have anything in range. We did take Rabal. Start unloading that. We got send supply. We need to send quite a bit more. We should take Lay next turn, and we'll go ahead and start loading up and sending these guys out to other places, more dot bases, and as we go. We took Shortlands. We'll leave this Naval Guard as a mini defense here. We failed to take Monado, which is, so we're going to hold off on going into Ambon. He's going to hold off over here. We're going to bombard with the rest of our ammo here, and we will attack again. We're about 1 turn off from launching our invasion of Paddlebang and Java. So the Mini Kitty Pie should get to Cameron Bay this turn. These guys should get to Cameron Bay this turn. And then we'll go in and send those guys in. We're moving a tank regiment up to take Malacca here. His little base force somehow managed to hold off the Imperial Guards Division. I mean, it lost, but it didn't retreat. So we'll finish taking this. This Naval Guard unit's going to move into Georgetown. This unit should move into here. We're going to do an attack on Tamula. We're finally starting to get up our bases. Getting built a little bit. Elchit is taking a little bit longer because it only has 1 there. But Pasanuk is at 55% and Chiang Mai is at 67%. So about 2 or 3 days, we'll finally start being able to put some fighters in these positions to start doing sweeps and long-range cap from there, which is nice. Meanwhile, our engineering forces are that are going to head up the building up of bases down in the Solomon Islands are on the way. We're doing our bombing campaign against these forces that are trying to hold out here. We should have this guy in 2 days, and we should have the 35th Division next turn. So that'll give us, in 2 turns, I'm hoping we'll do an attack and see how much damage we can do. But that's going to give us another 2 days worth of bombing to kind of disrupt those troops as much as possible. We should have forces here next turn, so we'll see if he moves out or if we capture him. This is Wooded Rough, so it is ×3 terrain. Maybe I'll hold off because I really just want to catch him in this area, right? It's not going to slow us down, so we'll let him go for a turn, and I'll put these rest of all the sallies on this. Everything bombard that Hex. We're freeing up another mixed brigade by moving garrison forces here. Obviously, we're starting to build up our airfield at Kaifeng. That's at 57%, so that should be level 4 again in another 4 days or so. Our airfield building at Hankow is at 37 and 54% at Wuchang. So we're building up our airfield levels in China. I have some supply on the way to Hankow. It's at 18%, so we're sending about another 30K to help upgrades and keep these guys looking good. Freeing up the 17th Division from here. I think I'm going to move that division. I'm not sure where I'm going to move it, honestly. We'll probably support the attack in the north. So maybe we'll move it to Qingchao, and they can move up this way. I know he's going to have forces here, but we might move it up this road just to see, like, to keep him honest, right? We bought out the last of our armored division at here, so now we're going to start saving up political points to buy out the Guards mix division, that's going to be start setting up for our invasion of the Aleutians. I tend to and like to take at least 2 Adak, so we'll take Amcheka, Atu, Ateka, and Ulik. So we'll put in Adak. So we'll build this to 4. We'll put this at 2. We'll get this up to 4. Unmac would be nice, but it's so close. We might go this far. Dutch Harbor is not really worth it. So we hit like maybe we'll take Unmac, but what's definitely up to I don't think any of these have. Well, no, that's Saget. Some of these dot bases have Air 3. I'd like to get at least Air 4, but I don't see anything. No. Air 2, Air 4. So maybe we'll take Bodor Island. Insignia. So we can build these, take these 2. We'll take Amcheka. We'll take Adak. That'll give it, and then we'll take Ulak here. That's at least a little fighter base. And then we'll take these 2 4s and we'll start building these bases up. I just wanted to give him something that he's got to distract him and attack for minimum forces on our end, but it also lets me push my naval search out here to protect the Northern Islands in Japan, right? So between Marcus, Wake, and the Northern Islands here, that would be our kind of wall of naval search. 35th Division or 38th Division has been loaded up, so they're going to start heading in. Once we get those guys there, we'll go ahead and move them into Clark. And we get an independent regiment in like 11 days that's going to garrison Manila. So we'll move them to Lingayen, and then we'll march them into Manila. Meanwhile, we're just slowly getting these bases taken over. So he's at Airfield 58, so he's not going to let up any fort. We're going to continue bombing Windchild to keep him from building forts there. That's our plan so far for the next turn. So it's not super bad. Figure within the next week or so, we'll be landing on Palembang in Java. This is going to be 2 to 3 turns before we see the resolving of the northern pocket here. And then we'll start moving our forces on a pincer movement. We're going to start breaking off forces here. We'll have forces keeping these guys honest. We'll move up a force here to keep these guys honest. But mainly the attack is going to be the north of Sian. And once we take care of this, we'll start moving to Ankang. And we'll try to see if we can surround and encircle some of these forces that are going to be stuck in Nanyang. Once we get those guys encircled and try to see how this develops, we might then proceed to try to encircle any forces that he puts in Ping Sang, because that's another good place that we can kind of encircle pretty easily and just get around and take care of that. It might cause him to have to take forces out of Changsha, which is okay. So anything he pulls out of Changsha, we can just kind of leave like a blocking forces in here. And the problem is like he could move into here very easy, but anything he moves into here is going to be clear terrain, and we can bomb the hell out of. He's moved a shit ton of more fighters. He's up to 200 fighters in Rangoon, so I'm probably not going to do anything on Rangoon until we at least get these up to level 2, and then we can move more fighters in. So right now we got what, 90, about 160 fighters. I'd like to move in 2 units to each one of these guys. Put long range cap from Chiang Mai, and then just do random sweeps for these guys and be able to put bombers in Bangkok. So we really just need to expand our airfields in Thailand, which is what we're trying to do. Once we take Palembang and Java, let's take Surabaya and Batavia. We'll go ahead and start launching the attacks on Miri and North Borneo. Once we get some naval units set up, we'll send one to Trandashar and Samarinda. I don't like dealing with the guns at Tarakan and Balikpayan, so we will just kind of move overland and do shock attacks over there. So I'd like to move 2 naval guards to each one and do it that way. And that's pretty much going to be it. So Mini Kitty Patai is doing decent. You know, they're going to be full out. Ryujo needs to pick up some replacements when they pull in. We have enough zeros. We can't pick them up for 4 days anyway, so this will probably load up once we get down to Palembang. Right. But their training, they're pretty bad, so they're going to be kind of useless anyways. Zuho, His zeros, again, training, they're meh-ish, but we got at least in the 60s and start getting these guys up to 70. And Hosho, your zeros are, again, these are the pretty decent one. These guys are just trying to train up to these levels, so that Hosho's looks decent. Tayo, I think your zeros, again, you got 50, so we're looking good there. And they're good as well. So it's basically Zuho and Regal's pilots that need to get trained up. So we're working on that. We're training in flight, so we'll probably train for what, 1, 2, 3 days, and then we'll set up a cap over our forces, and then we'll move fighters into Sinkawang as well. So which we have. We'll probably move these Oscar Bs to the south, and then we can move these Oscar A's to the north, and then one of these Nate units. Which first Sentai, how's your pilots look? Yuck. Never mind. We need to find a good Nate unit that isn't training, which is not going to be here. How about you guys? Yeah, you're all training too. All right, I gotta find a Nate unit that might be worth it. Yeah, if we can find a decent Nate unit, I mean, with pilots to upgrade. No. Yeah, might be some of the ones in China, but we'll have enough Oscar C's to upgrade a unit here shortly. But I think most of these guys are all going to be, yeah, we just don't have the trained Army pilots this early, so. This one's close, the 85th Sentai. But that's still not good enough. 87th, yeah. You're just training defense, I think, right, aren't you? Yeah. So these guys are like all trained up. We're just trying to get their defense up to 70. So we just don't have the training pilots that we need, or trained pilots. We're working on it, but you can tell we don't even have like good air. We got like maybe 2 units that are training defense. The rest are all training air. These guys are close. So he's actually got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 70 that needs to switch over to defense. So we're getting there, but it's only been 10 days. Well, let's see, 14 days. So expecting like training like takes months. So all right, guys, I'll catch you all next time.